listen to it on the iPod.
That's too damn bad!
Are you serious to me right now?
Get your fucking hands
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first.
You copycat.
We're gonna talk a little bit about drug abuse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, before we get too far into the motherfucking show, this is not, and I'm gonna say it, and if I get canceled, oh well. This is not a show. We not doing a little, drugs is bad.
Because they ain't.
All drugs ain't bad, bro. All drugs ain't bad. This is a drug awareness. Like, if you're gonna do drugs, know what the fuck you doing. Be safe while you doing it, and kind of some do's and don'ts, man. Like, for a lot of our young people, man, because a lot of our young people have been, suffering from ODN, and
Are you serious to me right now?
So, yeah, definitely fentanyl, Charlie. We gonna get there. So how the fuck y'all feel about, man, the drug abuse taking over definitely our youth, like our 12, 13, 14-year-old children?
Is it ours? A lot of.
This your boy Big Tonyo, Charlie.
And this is also your host, Joinez, and this is
Smoking the Shop Podcast. Hey, I miss y'all, Mo. Real shit,
For real,
Mo.
man. It's season 2, man.
Season 2,
Season
Charlie.
fucking 2, that's all right.
Season 2, man. Same gang, new name. And the smoke.
I didn't know you was a rapper.
I mean, either.
All right, that's cool.
I'm a fat man, though. You know what I mean?
I don't like the fact that we left season 1 on a cliffhanger.
Oh, we did.
We did, though.
Our fans was like, hold on, y'all not going this Thursday?
How to get away with podcasts.
How to get away with a podcast.
How to get away with podcasts. That's
Oh,
what we doing.
man, for real. We done switched everything the fuck up. How y'all been, though, man? I feel like I ain't seen y'all in forever.
I just seen you Tuesday.
God damn. Okay.
In this atmosphere.
Right.
God.
Thank you, Serenity.
Y'all niggas coming here all the time to get haircuts.
We back in our element, man. We back in our element, man.
I've
Love
been
to see
good.
it.
Just popping pussy, making meals.
Okay. All right.
Popping
Alright.
severely then. Popping it
Okay.
severely.
I gotta see
I've
it
been
pop.
good just smoking hookah.
Yes, come see it pop, girl. It's
You know.
It's all right, Charlie.
I'm
Hey, your club got quesadillas.
nigga. They don't even got food. They are poor.
Don't say that. You can't say that on camera because they gon' what if they see it?
I've been there for 8 years.
Okay,
They
you
not
good. All right,
sending
cool,
me
cool,
nowhere.
cool. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
That's a veteran.
No, they fired me
Oh,
for no
shit.
reason because I got into it with the house mom's favorite.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
them
they
now.
always find motherfuckers at Mount High.
The house mom,
fuck
she's like a
no.
madam.
They
Yeah,
need to
she
be,
like a
Piss
madam.
me off.
Yeah, a lot of girls got fired because of the same girl.
they
CJ
need to be
Walker.
mild low. The fuck.
I ain't
Mile
gonna say too much. Y'all just know my lips is filled, but my pocket's not about to be. So
Yeah.
Period. That
Boom.
song Mary had a little
don't got
lamb.
quesadillas, man. The only joint I know is the house. The house
I
don't
can
be
make
having
you
no
some
food.
quesadillas. You want me to make you some
Yes, ma'am,
quesadillas?
please.
You can make quesadillas?
Strip clubs
Yeah,
I
I
go
can
to be
make
like bring
anything.
your own food.
Like, what?
I need to pop
Be
my
going to the
cherry
Ebony
because I've
Hen,
never
yeah.
been to a strip club before.
You've
What?
never been to
I've
a
never
strip
seen women.
club?
Mm-mm.
I've
You never seen titty balls in your face like
I
that?
have not like that.
Not in that element.
Yeah, not in that element.
That's all
You
right.
should
Oh
stick
my
to that, though,
gosh,
'cause
you
you gotta
gotta
pay
let me
once you
take
get
you
to
to
the
the
strip
strip
club.
club.
I need to go.
I'm taking you for your birthday.
Just don't
Yes,
go
ma'am.
around.
We going.
With who?
Because you're going to end up spending too much money.
Aw.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't
Ryan,
stand going
from
with
his
Ryan, man.
pocket?
Yeah, that should be blowing me.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
And don't go.
See me. Come see me if you spending like that.
Nigga Ryan when that joint
I'ma
got
put on the show, we
500
doing
ones.
head-
She
Stand,
said friends
backflip.
support friends.
And last time we went to the strip club, I walked around with the fucking bag like I worked there and shit. I don't know
That's
what the
all
fuck.
right. You should have kept fucking walking.
That's
I don't know
Nah,
what
hey,
the
look.
fuck. I don't know
No,
how it
wait,
happened.
On some real shit,
I don't know how it
going to
happened.
the strip club with us is like playing Price is Right.
Yeah.
You know how a nigga be like, it's 500, and the next nigga be like, all right, I need 501. That's how that shit go, bro. We don't play no
We went to
games in that
Sneaky
bitch.
Link. Earl did that shit. Earl got 400. I went and got 6.
That was
That's
the only
fine.
time I ever seen y'all in that element.
Yeah,
Was
man.
that sneaky link.
Yeah, man. You know that's
And you know
got
we
it, got
told
out.
you. We
I
ain't
was
got
spread eagle,
ain't gonna
and I
tell
just
you.
look up in the
And we
I'm
seen
like,
Renee, we said, "What the fuck you
doing?
doing?"
Like, come on. Like,
niggas throwing their money in
how
disgust.
did you get here?
He was like, here for
They
you.
like, yeah, bye. All right,
Here,
I'm
friend.
gone.
Huh, sis?
They just threw it and walked off.
Huh,
Okay,
sis?
No,
I'm
that
not
was-
looking
it
over
was
there.
just like that when I'm not gonna say who, but it was like a friend of the family. He came in the club. I was like spread eagle.
Not the pastor.
I popped up. It was him. Like he was throwing. It was a rain shower too. So when I got up, like I'm like, hold on, who is that? I got up. He was like, he just threw all the money and walked up the club. He was like, don't tell your mother you seen me. I was like,
God
Tell my mother you
damn.
seen me, nigga.
what? No, my mom knows. She's my biggest supporter.
Niggas tell us on like, Lord, have mercy.
I love to see it, man. Love to
She
hear
was
it.
just like, long as you're not a call girl, I don't care.
I look, yeah.
Escort.
There you go, Charlie.
Oh, well, that's Earl.
I didn't know we was throwing professions out there, but that's cool. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Give me your name, cuz.
I would deal. I know I ain't got. It's mocha latte.
Mocha,
Are you a mocha?
mocha
I
forte.
feel like you're a caramel.
You're very much so caramel.
frappuccino.
Frappe.
You're like a
Frappuccino?
brown
Caramel
sugar
fat.
latte.
All right. Fappuccino. That's what they call me. Fappuccino.
Good.
I be tearing my shit up.
Damn.
I just noticed what he was saying.
Hey, new season, same nigga.
New season, same nigga. Same right hand.
Ew.
My joke.
God
My
damn.
joke.
If
Tearing my shit up.
that's what they call you. They call me motherfucking master mix.
They call me
I be
Chocolate
DJing
Thunder.
like a bitch.
DJ, please.
They call me Chocolate Thunder. Yeah.
I'm definitely a musician
Boom.
because my acoustics go off.
When I come out,
Acoustic.
Acoustics.
Musician.
not strum my guitar.
Oh, you got the Spanish.
I miss
guitar
y'all,
over there.
man. I miss y'all niggas, man.
She over there giving Robin thick. She been like, oh, baby. Oh, honey.
Boy, fuck you. I'm tired of y'all shit.
I got a headache, y'all. Hold on. Damn. I wasn't prepared for this intro. But yeah, man, on the nutshell, man, I miss all y'all. But we do gotta talk about some shit, man, that's affecting our neighborhoods, man.
All right, that was a quick
Is
change.
it really?
Yeah. You might as well get right to it.
That was a quick,
You know
quick
what I'm saying?
segue.
Quick. It wasn't even a segue. We just wade.
We just
We just fucking went there.
waded in the water.
Yeah, man, it's definitely affecting our communities, definitely our youth. We want to talk a little bit about drug abuse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, before we get too far into the motherfucking show, this is not, and I'm gonna say it, and if I get canceled, oh well. This is not a show. We not doing a little, oh, drugs is bad.
Because they
Woo.
ain't.
All drugs ain't bad, bro.
Should be fun.
All drugs ain't bad. This is a drug awareness. Like if you're gonna do drugs, know what the fuck you doing. Be safe while you doing it, and kind of some do's and don'ts, man. Like for a lot of our young people, man, because a lot of our young people have been, suffering from ODN and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So
Fentanyl.
yeah, definitely fentanyl, Charlie. We gonna get there. So how the fuck y'all feel about, man, the drug abuse taking over definitely our youth, like our 12, 13, 14-year-old children.
Is it ours or the white
A lot
Oh,
of the,
it's black people.
a lot of the influence
Yeah,
I think comes
it's
from
kids,
music.
Latinos,
definitely.
blacks, all that. My bad, Jake.
It comes from music. A lot of these younger kids, they get influenced by rappers and they
That's facts.
who idolize drugs, drug use. Every time you hear a rapper talk about something, he talking about the streets, guns, and
Most of them
drugs.
niggas be talking about selling cocaine. They don't be talking about doing it.
Nah. A lot of rappers be talking about doing
Yeah.
Molly. I did
Lean
this
and
before I
shit
went
like
here. I
that.
did
Gunna.
this.
Definitely
Yeah.
Future. That's the nigga
Yeah.
y'all
Sure.
love.
Oh,
Hey, hey.
already
Yeah.
started.
Cocaine crazy.
Perk, you know what I'm saying? Perks, all that shit,
Codeine
man.
Crazy was a wild time.
That's my shit,
man.
though.
That when that came
My
out,
shit.
that was a wild time.
That shit.
Oh, I can't remember the lady who put Future out there. She put Future on blast. She's also famous. I just can't remember her name. But
So
she
she
was
ain't that
saying,
famous.
well, yeah, she ain't that famous, but she famous enough. She was saying like how Future talks about all this codeine shit, all this cocaine shit, all this perk shit. She said she was popping perks, and now this is a two-way street here. She offered Future some drugs, and he was like, "Nah, I don't do that."
Maybe he ain't do her drugs.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's a two-way street.
I don't do everybody's shit, man.
Yeah, it's a two-way street.
everybody's
Just because you tell me you got some cocaine, don't
Maybe
mean
she
I'm
was
on
like,
something.
"You want a bump?"
Fact.
And he was like, "Nah, I don't do that."
Somebody did that to me
that way.
with some
I do drugs with
cocaine
people I
before.
trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do drugs with
People
everybody.
telling me you
Everybody
want
don't got
a
good
bump.
shit.
I'm like, "Hey, bitch, not that party."
Yeah,
Okay.
man. You ain't just about to come to the club and be like, "Yeah, you trying?" Nah, I'm good.
Nah, not tonight.
Nah.
Gonna take the wrong drugs and
Like,
be
yeah, I gotta go
big
to the
mad.
bathroom. I'm going to the
You know
bathroom
what?
with sis, and she on doing lines like, okay.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The first time I experienced somebody doing cocaine, right? I was 14, and me and my man was playing Madden. I swear to God, me and my man was playing Madden, and his motherfucking uncle, I was beating everybody in Madden. So his uncle was like, "Man, look, I got next whoop whoop." Half the time I had his uncle 17-0, right? The nigga was like, "Man, hold up." Pause again. He paused again. He was like, "Man, hold up." Pulled something out his pocket. I couldn't really see, but he pulled something out his pocket. Did a bump. Came back like, "I'm about to fuck you up now."
No. Okay, so look.
I said, "What the
Let me
fuck?"
tell you, a bump is from the finger. A line is when they put it on the table and
Yes,
they
sir.
sniff.
My man know.
I did not know.
Yeah,
know
he
some
ain't
real
had no
shit. He know
table,
some
so
shit.
yeah,
He
it
know
was
some shit.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
difference,
like-
you know, it's a difference.
I was probably
in
like
the two.
22. This is back when Look
Yeah,
Lounge
too.
was open, and I'm not gonna say no names, but everybody knows this girl, and she's definitely a big drug user. And first time I ever seen a female do some hard shit, she was in the back. I'll never forget that because I had a Camaro. She was in the back seat, and she was like, kind of like, she had her stuff on one side, so she was kind of cramped up, but I could see her. We was parked. You know, you get your shit together before you go in the club. I'm putting on makeup, taking, sips of my drink.
She
and
put hers on too.
she did a line. She was like, "Here, you want to park?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good." She was like, "It's a 30." I'm like,
Woo!
"No."
She did a
she
line
did.
and a perk
Yes,
30.
before
Yeah,
we
'cause it
went to
even
the
you out.
club. Yeah.
That shit even you out. That shit
Oh
even
my
you out.
God.
It's an up and a down.
I
You
was
stay
like,
right there in the middle.
wow. And that was years ago, so I can only imagine what the fuck she's doing now.
I
I
did
mean,
it.
I'm a stripper, so I seen drug abuse like in all forms. Even before I was a stripper, I was close to someone whose mother was a crackhead. I don't want to really. What can I say? Like a crackhead.
A
Crackhead.
user. A
She
user.
was,
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
an
a
addict.
user.
She was an addict.
And
She was a crackhead.
it was my first time ever experiencing that because I'm, like my family, we smoke weed, like smoke weed, drink. That's the norm in my family. Like you're not gonna see too much. Or like okay, a couple of people you might seen somebody smoke dippers or something like that, but I've never seen nobody do crack. So I like walked in and because I smelt it, I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? I thought
that in the water.
I thought
Water
it was
stink too.
plastic burning. So I'm thinking something is on fire. I walk in and she's doing crack and she just was out of it. I
Cracks
just
stink like shit.
start crying because I never seen no shit like that before in my life. I'm like, oh my God, this is what this about. Like,
Bet you she
wow.
wasn't crying.
I told y'all I was
She
gonna
was
get to
having
say
them
it.
up.
She wasn't crying. She was high as shit. Even
I
when I was
know.
crying, she didn't know what was going on.
I told y'all I was gonna
Yeah.
get to say it. Crack is whack. Get the fuck out
Yeah,
my grill.
I don't know if I was sheltered or just
My
like
name is
delayed
Liz,
to
too.
the game because I have not seen any of this shit.
You ain't live life yet.
I ain't started
Like I
on-
seen it on TV. Well, the first time I've seen somebody
Nigga, you
do
live in
a
the crack
bump-
capital,
Waldorf?
the cocaine capital.
I was gonna
Well,
say.
I don't know about that because the
that-
first time I've
all them
seen it
motherfuckers be high as
was
shit.
somebody did coke in my back seat, and I told this story before. Yeah.
You
and
seen when
he-
giraffes be fighting? That's
He
that
was
shit.
like,
Just,
you cool. You want some? I'm like, no, I don't want any of it. I'm fine. It's okay. But whatever makes you happy, I guess. I've never experienced that, and I didn't know how
Just
to.
don't tell a nigga whatever floats your boat.
Cause niggas will smoke it.
Gonna smoke something.
Okay, so my first time doing hard drugs, I'm not talking about cocaine or crack or heroin. I popped E-pills and Molly's, but that was like when I first started dancing because the club I was working at, we was there to 7 o'clock and I was on a
Should
hustle.
keep you up.
'cause
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was like literally, like when I first started dancing, I was house to house, basically homeless. I ain't had nowhere to stay. So the strip club, I just took my last $200 check from Safeway.
I used to
me a
work at Safeway
Motel
too, son.
6. Yeah, I got me a Motel 6 and I went to the strip club and I would go to work every day from 8 o'clock to 7 in the morning. And I was like, damn, like I'd be tired as shit. And then one of my friends, like, I was on stage one day. She was like, here, bitch, take this and put it in my mouth. And I couldn't do nothing but swallow it. So I swallowed it.
Ecstasy.
It was an ecstasy pill. So I swallowed it. Yeah. I was
yeah.
high as shit. Oh my
off your
gosh.
first jump, you did a
I
whole
was
pill.
so high.
Oh, them
It
joints
was
be
a
lit, man.
triple stack heart. I said, bitch, what?
So
I was high for like 2 days,
You
bruh.
was
I
hit.
swear I was high for 2 days. It was a heart I remember it like it was
I did a
yesterday. It was
Transformer
a
my
hard
first time,
triple
man.
stack. So after that, I was literally, like, okay, a lot of people like who've known me and who've seen me from beginning to now. I was skinny, but I still had a butt. But I was skinny because I was popping E-pills and Mollies, and when you on E-pills, you don't want to eat.
Drugs.
You just cool with getting high, and then when you come down, I was just vibes. I was just going to work, drinking, smoking, taking an E-pill, like be lit. So I wasn't really eating, so of course I was gonna be skinny. So when I stopped, I went cold turkey. 6 years ago? So it's been 6 years since I took Molly or E-pills. So I haven't really indulged in that.
I had a quarter.
I mean, I smoke weed here and there. I drink, of course, but I drink like I'm a social drinker, or I might be having a hard time. I might need a bottle of wine, literally, not a cup, a bottle. Okay, so I mean, I don't really do it no more. I went cold turkey. Once I went cold turkey, that's when my weight picked up and all things like that. So it's like I didn't really indulge in those activities until I started dancing. I've seen, like people do cocaine in the bathrooms. I've had this white guy I was dating. He did a line off my butt. Like, he did 3 lines off my butt, and it was crazy.
The Wolf on Wall Street?
Bitch. Let me tell you something.
Please tell me.
What they say about white men is not true, because
I
was literally about to call him my nigga in there. I'm trying to tell you. I was like, oh.
So what I got from this conversation is,
oh, shit, moral of the story
is
tell me everything.
Is being a stripper is like going to flight school.
Oh, okay. Where you going with this?
You need hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
She said she was in there from fucking.
Oh yeah, no, they be working.
Literally
bro.
from
7.
Okay, so
stripper
look, when
schedules is wild.
So you gotta have hours to be a certified stripper.
Once I got comfortable, like I got my first apartment, my first car. I got my first apartment and first car after 4 weeks of dancing.
That's all right,
my
man.
first apartment, my first car, and it was like a real.
I got my first
hustle.
apartment after 3 weeks of dancing.
Once I
I've
got
always
a
been
taste
ahead
of
of my
that
class.
money, I'm talking like I'm making $5K a week. From like I'm going from making $200 a week
that shit crazy.
to making $5K a week. Oh, bitch, it was up. It was as soon as I found out about the casino, like when I be still high from work, I just go to the casino, be there like for literally like I'll go to the casino at 3:00 in the morning. I wouldn't leave the casino till like 10 a.m. still rolling. Like
I wish we had a roulette wheel, because like I got a lot of firsts, so you could spin the motherfucking wheel. And whatever drug you stop on, I got a motherfucking story for that shit.
Go ahead, spin it.
Heroin.
The first time, it's like the first. On some real shit. The first and last time I ever encountered heroin was New Year's at one of my people's house. We gonna keep it general. One of my people's house. It was lit.
Peoples.
Yeah, one of my peoples. You know what I'm saying? But it was lit. Yeah, we in that joint. It's New Year's, you know what I'm saying? You going into New Year, you lit. We drinking and all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? I done already popped a Molly, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Half a gram.
you had Molly for New Year's?
Half a gram, man. I used to pop half the little capsule, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight like that. My man walking that jump. He the ice cream man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So he walk in that jump. Soon as he walk in that jump, he see me. As soon as he see, you know how that shit go when you got somebody you do drugs with. He like, all right, we can go there now. You know what I'm saying? The nigga say, walk with me on the balcony real quick. I ain't gonna say who else was out there on the balcony with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna point no fingers. I ain't gonna point no elbows.
You better not say you did heroin.
I ain't going. I'm gonna get to my story. We on the balcony.
Me.
So my man say, yeah. He said, yeah, pop this real quick. It's a Xanax. It's a Xanax. I'm like, all right, I got a bar. You know what I'm saying? I popped that joint. As soon as I popped that joint, he said, yeah. Put this right here on your sinus, on your nostril right here. I'm like, all right, it's a wax dab. I'm like, all right, bet. Put that joint on my fucking sinus, because I trust my man. You know what I'm saying? So I get to sniffing that joint. Yeah, I get to sniffing that joint. My man say, I said, what the fuck was that? Because I was like, you sniffed. I was like,
you supposed to ask before.
I trust my man. He ain't never did no shit like that to me ever. So it was just like, it was wild that he did it. I sniffed the joint. I said, yeah, what the fuck was that? Because I got this mean-ass rush. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm on go time now, you know what I'm saying? They said, yeah, it was some heroin, you know what I'm saying, some whack shit. I said, fool, like, you got to warn people before you do certain shit. Whenever we used to do drugs back in the day, we put that shit in a bottle, and we put that shit in anything. We'll warn niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got some shit in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, drink this bottle if you dare, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to lead you down the road that you don't want to go down. So, when I tell you I kissed every bitch at that party,
No, he real life did. Though.
I kissed about
He
15 bitches in one party.
He did.
I was in there with my shirt off. What's the movie with Terry
He really
Crews
did,
was in
though.
there with the whistle
Hey,
and the
look.
glow light.
White shit.
Hey, fool. Hey, fool.
That
That
was
was
me in the
you?
party, bro.
Hey, fool. I hit the nigga with the "Don't be a menace" in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Jump. I say, hey, fool. You realize you just kissed every nigga in the party?
I real life kissed every bitch in the party, bro. Like I was lit. I had my shirt off. And the wife beater just, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like that because even though you trust him, he should have never like gave you no fucking heroin.
Hey man,
That's
look.
weird.
All I'll say is, because we are supposed to be talking about awareness too. Always know what you're doing, and that's what I'm trying to bring it around to. Cause like always know what the fuck you doing, because like even though I thank God that he ain't give me no bad batch. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have got a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? But the only bad thing about that shit I will ever tell anybody is doing all that shit at once. I was hallucinating like shit. I was in this bitch bed.
I bet you was.
I would never forget. I was in this bitch bed and I seen myself like in the bed. Like I don't know what the fuck was going on.
You died for a second.
Yeah, I seen
You're a
myself in the
victim.
bed and I seen some dark shit in the door, and the bitch was like, "You was in your sleep screaming like shit." Cause I couldn't wake up.
Don't take me.
Yeah, I couldn't wake up, bro. Like on some real shit.
No,
So that's
Batman.
all I will ever tell somebody. If you gonna do some shit, just make sure you know
Don't
how
do
much
it,
you're doing.
Batman.
Make sure you know how much you're doing before you do it, and make sure you know what the fuck you're doing. Because some niggas will set you up. Some niggas that had you out here looking wild. I used to know a nigga that smoked the wrong batch one day. Nigga ain't remember nobody around the neighborhood after that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta watch what the fuck you doing, and I mean that shit.
My
Man,
first time
we
doing.
got everybody from a neighborhood that did a bad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a pookie from your area. From
I'm
your
telling you,
neighborhood.
bro. That shit real.
Everybody. Go ahead, TJ. What you about to say?
I'm about to say my first time doing coke. Yeah, one of my close.
Oh,
One of my
was
close
such a
friends
baby.
gave it to me, and I was like,
he was such a baby.
I was like,
You did cocaine.
yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
I said, this shit ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, all right.
Like 10 minutes later, I'm standing over the balcony like, young, I think I can fly. Man.
Yeah, okay.
I was in that joint. This nigga, Earl, get your ass back in the goddamn house. I said,
Yeah,
fool, I
man.
think I can fly, bro. Like that shit be having you feeling so bomb, young. The best way to describe it is the fireworks.
I tried to tell niggas.
It's the
man.
it's like it's like 4th of July on
yeah,
the inside.
on the inside
yeah.
of your body, man.
Just
That's how you know that shit working.
Because some people they just be up. Some people they just be up all the time. You know, I was around people who was doing cocaine and they just bust out and start freestyling. So you know, like it's different.
That's us
shit,
too.
so
I was about to say
it's-
that's TJ and them
like,
anyway.
Okay, one time. Okay,
Them niggas
so
just high off life.
one time I'm not gonna say when, but okay, so so somebody I was with was like on cocaine or whatever. We was at the casino all night. So we leave the casino, we get into an argument. So we going back and forth on the highway. So I like made him pull the car over. So he like trying to basically make me stay in the car, but I'm like, I don't want to be in a car with you. I'm on the middle of the highway. I was like, at this point, I'd rather fucking walk.
Niggas be fried.
He was punching the what's the air things? What's them called?
Airbags.
Not the vents. He was punching the vents
Not the
out.
air things.
Like he was punching the vents out because he was so mad. Like he was like, I'm like, oh, because at this point it's giving you want to hit me. So I'm like, get me the fuck out of this car. So I'm trying to get out the car. And he's like trying to push me back in the car. So someone on the highway sees us going back and forth.
cokeheads be strong too.
So yeah, I'm
Nah,
like
for
trying
real.
to get away from him. So I like maneuver and like got away from him and jumped over the overpass. So somebody,
Bitch was playing Tomb Raider.
God damn.
That's Grand Theft Auto.
Hey.
Motherfucker. Up down.
I jumped over the overpass.
too.
He jumped over the overpass with me. Started chasing me down the grass and shit, like trying to get to me.
This is
so,
a Lifetime movie.
God damn.
So
Tyler
the police,
Perry.
the police pull
Definitely
up.
Tyler Perry.
The police pull up, about to lock him up. And, you know, I fuck with him. So I'm like, no, don't lock him up. Like, it's just a misunderstanding. Like, he didn't hit me or anything. Like, he just wanted me to stay in the car. So they like, yeah, someone said that he threw you over the overpass. I'm like, no, I jumped. He didn't throw me. They was about to lock his ass. He was outside in fucking 20-degree weather in a tank top.
Oh yeah,
like,
oh yeah,
chasing
hell
me
yeah,
around.
hell yeah.
I'm
You be hot.
Oh,
You be
fuck
hot.
no.
Your
I
blood be
was
running,
like,
man.
hell no.
Your
I was
blood
like,
be
get me
running.
the fuck out this car. He was so mad because, like, when I get an attitude, instead of going back and forth, like, sometimes I just want to walk off because I get physical. So I'd rather just walk off rather than hitting a man because I know I can't beat you and it's just going to get bad. And I just don't want that situation. So I walk off. He got mad because I walked off. He's screaming my name through the casino before we left. To the point, like, he's following behind me, he's calling my real name. Like, you hear me fucking talking to you? Come here. To the point the security walked up and was like,
Boy.
you okay? The security walked up was like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Cause he like, we outside. He's like in my face to my nose, like, don't fucking walk away from me. I'm like, okay, it's giving like verbally abusive. Like, I just need you to back up a little bit. Like, it's okay. You can. He was like, Tiana.
Thank you.
All through the.
Oh, you look like a Tiana. So
He's like, Tiana, you fucking hear me talking to you. Don't fucking walk away from me. I was like, you just on. You need to simmer down because right now I just don't want to be around it. So it's just like it's different effects for different people. Like some people, I think when it comes to taking them type of drugs, whatever mood you in before you take it, it intensifies it. Like they say, before you take a Molly, if you're not in a good mood, when you take that Molly,
I was gonna get to that shit, man. I was gonna get to that shit. That puts whatever mood you in, it takes you to a million.
Every time I took a Molly, I was lit, like having fun. Like, oh, child, listen, the Molly just makes you want to.
Before you finish, though, niggas, I'm going to tell you, like I said earlier, make sure you know how much you about to take because it's a thin line with Molly. Either you fucking ready to fuck like shit or your shit do not work at all. And anybody that take that shit knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hey, nah. Hey,
no matter what the fuck you do.
Some shit work too much. Like,
hey.
You got to reach that perfect line.
Look, I remember, I don't know what I'm about to say. I remember one time, this when edibles first came out. My cousin, we went to Charlotte. We went to North Carolina, and my cousin gave me a whole bag of perp cookies. I'm like,
perp cookies.
Perp.
Oh.
So nigga gave me a whole Ziploc bag of them jumps. So I'm eating them jumps. Nigga Earl was like, bro, you only supposed to eat like 2. I ate like 8.
He's such a newbie when it comes to drugs.
I ate like 8.
Slow down, nigga.
So next thing I know, like 30 minutes later, I'm outside just talking about, I want to fight.
He said,
Made me angry. It's crazy that we're the only 3 on this couch that indulge in drugs.
So look,
No, I'm about to get my story.
let me tell y'all the story though.
Jump into it.
So look, these motherfuckers took the ugliest bitch they can find and put her in my bed.
He was asleep. That's what the
I
fuck
woke
he get
up.
for yelling at us.
I woke up. I looked. I said, "Oh fuck no." She said, "About what?" I said, "We ain't fucked, did we?" She said, "No, I don't know." You don't know. That's what the fuck you mean?
That's
you
what
don't
the fuck
know.
you get.
I
You
said,
shouldn't
"Get your
have
ugly
yelled at
ass out my bed." Who put you here? I didn't.
You should.
I know I didn't. These niggas outside the door.
Nigga woke up sick.
I was mad as shit. I thought I fucked that ugly bitch. I was more upset about fucking the ugly bitch than I was about the drugs. I was upset. Pissed the fuck off.
I've had my share. I've dipped and dabbed in everything except for heroin and coke. I've had E-pills. I've had Molly. I've had perks. I've had oxys. I've had Xans.
You ever did codeine? Codeine pills? I
Yeah.
did the pills and the drink.
I used to drink codeine too. But
I
the
haven't
first
done
time,
angel
my
dust
very,
yet.
very first time, I was like 19. I had a E-pill, and it was a Superman. And I'll never forget. I had a good experience. I was surrounded by my friends at the time. I had a good experience. It was like an 80-degree weather day. It's nighttime. Person who I was with, he was a dude. He was driving. He had a convertible. I mean, nice cold Coke.
Always stay hydrated.
I was sitting back in the convertible like this, staring up. I had me a good old time. The second time I did an E-pill, I went home and I was watching the Rugrats. That shit was so fucking trippy. I felt like I was there. I was there. I was like, bruh, my mind is so fucked right now. I laid on my floor.
Who was you, Angelica?
Facing at the scene.
I was
everybody at one time. I was every fucking
That shit
body.
just be going back and forth, bro. I'm telling you some real shit.
But
We know who
honestly,
you
I
was.
don't like Molly
Leo.
because I can't sleep. I like to sleep. It annoyed me
you.
that I couldn't go to fucking
Tom,
sleep.
you get a
No
good
matter how
fuck
hard you try.
session.
No matter how hard you try, you can sit
Get
there,
on my
close your
damn
eyes, not do
nerves.
nothing. I
You
tried
bald
2
head
hours,
wench.
wasn't working.
Hey, you
Can I ask
sit there with your
something?
eyes closed, thoughts be just like, nope.
Okay, so I feel like with an E-pill is nonstop. Like you can't sleep, but with a Molly after a good fuck session, you going right to sleep.
Nah.
Like, I'm telling you.
Nah, man. It depend on what your shit cut with, but I know that's a deeper subject for another time. It really depend on what your shit cut with.
I feel like I used to like. Okay, so the best experience I had off of E-pill was at Bads and Crew.
We supposed to be
Bad. B-A-Z-Z.
Yeah.
That's how
yes,
long
sir.
I've been dancing. I'm an old bitch. Okay.
I've been there
We was
before.
at Bads and Crew, y'all. So everybody was in the dressing room at the beginning of the night, and everybody took an E-pill And you know that song? I don't know if y'all ever heard that song.
I was on the
when
same
they be
wave.
like, I think it's
I
Young
like
Jock with somebody, and they was like, "I'm in a cartoon, bring it back, whatever song that was. That song was on. So everybody in there, when I just stopped and looked around, it was nobody in there standing still. Everybody was in there
Vibing, bro.
dancing like shit. Like everybody was just. It was
just
like
be
a
in it.
rave, but it was in an urban setting. It was a
rave.
rave, like.
Y'all want to go to one?
Literally, I'll go to one. But I'm like
Gotta
it
do some
was
coke.
so fucking lit. I had a Batman that night. I made the most money when I did drugs.
Cause you don't give a fuck.
You don't care. Yeah, you don't care.
You just walked up to niggas like, you want to dance? All right, no. All right, go to the next nigga. You want to dance? You want? All right, you want to dance? You want to? It's to somebody say yes, so you don't give a fuck. So
Now,
you
don't
make
walk
the
up to me
most
asking
money.
if I want to dance. If I want to dance, I'm gonna give you the signal.
Okay.
No, I mean I've never really had nobody tell me no, but I'm just saying like I just be like, cause I see them looking at me like, you want to dance? And they're like,
Don't
yeah.
look, nigga. Come pay.
Don't look at me. Just come give me some
I'm
money.
about to combine
yeah,
both
like,
our
what's up,
stories.
baby?
Cause we was talking about strip clubs and now we talking about drugs. So my first experience was in a strip club.
As it should be.
Yeah, I was in my favorite strip club. Everybody know my favorite strip club, Norman James. So I was up Norman James one
Warmers.
night. Yeah, I love Norman James. Especially
Shout
that
out to Norma
motherfucker,
James.
yeah.
I made a
They
couple
motherfucking
friends up
chicken
there,
Alfredo.
Man. Shout out to
God
Norma, man.
damn.
You like it for the wrong reason.
No, I like it for the bitches too, but the food
got food.
torch and shit.
Torch.
They got
Tripping.
food.
Yes.
Yes,
Every time I went
God.
up there,
Food
they
was
must have
torch.
finished serving.
What time did you go?
It was like 11 o'clock.
No, the kitchen don't close till 1.
Yeah,
I
food
ain't
be
get no
torch.
food.
How
I
do
went
you
up there
know
early.
the time, my guy?
Cause
niggas be
I'm like a little. Anyway, so my first time, I ain't really do all the drugs y'all did. All I did was some perkies.
All right, fuck you, nigga.
I'm just keeping it a
Wow,
$1.50.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't do all them drugs. Everybody smoke a little weed.
This a judgment-free
I'm a
zone.
perk nigga. You know what I'm saying? I still pop perks. I've been trying to stop, been trying to chill, but I still pop perks from time to time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely a perk nigga.
No
First.
limit.
Anyway, it's
You
my
know
first time doing popping a perk, man. I went for the whole jump. I popped a perk 30. I popped a perk 30 at Norma James. Ass cheeks was moving so slow on my face.
That should be my love, though, bro.
I swear, I felt like I didn't. How I felt was I didn't feel sleepy, but I felt like my life was relaxed.
Everything locked in.
Yeah,
Everything
and
locked in.
Shorty was clapping like shit. I didn't pay her though. I think my man did. I don't know, but it was just that was my first experience, and now I'm just like addicted. So I've been trying to kick my little habit though, but I think the first step is actually like admitting that I might have a little problem. So I've
You
been
always gotta
trying
go to the next step, though. You just can't
Okay,
admit.
so-
and then
No,
just
no,
keep
real shit. No, that's real shit though. The next step is kicking my ass right now though. I'm
Okay.
trying though. I'm putting the honest foot forward.
You know, speaking of 12 steps, since we on this subject,
Hey.
I am a gambling addict.
At
and
least
I
you
just
know
wanted
it.
to
At least you
admit
know
that.
it.
I love to gamble. Fucking craps.
I ain't trying to shoot shit
blackjack.
right now.
What?
You
I
ain't
ain't
got a
trying to
dice
shoot
what's
out
up?
right now.
Bet.
You ain't got a dice right
What
now.
you trying to
what's
shoot?
I don't got
Hey,
no
Steve, what a
I don't
dice
got
at,
no-
fool?
You want to do high
up?
low?
Steve, Steve, Steve.
High
give me a shake
low.
on that, man.
I like high low. That's the only one I want to play. I don't want to play
All
shit
right,
up.
bet. Say less.
Fuck out of here. No, I'm not trying to
If
shoot
you're
with
not
you.
playing high low, then I don't want to play.
I'm not playing no high low.
It's easier.
Nah, nigga, we playing nigga
Oh,
shit.
we playing, yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
I'm trying to bet the 9-5, the 10-4,
Yeah.
the 6-8,
Oh my god.
6 to the bar. If you
Can I
can't do that
have,
with me, we
like,
can't
a,
play.
I can
cheat
do it,
sheet
whatever.
for
Oh,
tonight
what's up?
because I don't know what the fuck is
Such a
going
baby. She's a
on.
baby.
Well, Well, I can do whatever.
She's a baby.
I got
You
caught.
can do whatever.
I got caught. My dumb ass. This is when I after my little phase after trying all the drugs. I stopped when I was like probably like 20 something. But then when I was like 20,
You stop.
22, I got
Like
the
shit.
perks. I got the perks from my ex. He basically like coerced me to try it, and I got hooked. So it ain't really his fault, but he introduced it to me, and I'm the one who got myself hooked. So I can't really blame him, but I was on that shit for like 4 years, and I was taking at least like 40, 50 milligrams a day.
What you
every
do?
day.
Shit.
Yeah, I could pop
Ooh.
230s. Like I could pop
Every
230s
day
like
for
it's
like for some years, and I
Yeah.
got caught because my mom saw my iPad. Somebody had texted me. It was like, "Yeah, you trying to smoke and go get some perks." My mom was like, "What's that?"
You should have said cereal.
Because I had my iPad and I
Who
had
said
my
it's time for the
phone,
percolator?
and the text
Connect
go to
to
my
your iCloud,
iPad too.
yeah.
So she seen it. She was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Nothing." I spun her for a little while, but then she kind of got hit.
Girl,
Because
why
once
you
she
in my
had
business?
that idea in her head that I was like doing it, I was living with a close friend at the time, and she was living with us, and she knew that if she were to ask her, she wasn't gonna lie. And you know, I was mad at her, but she told her, she was like, yeah, she's doing this, that, and the third. Da, 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 da.
She a snitch.
I was like, look,
she's supposed to hold you down.
you're going to rehab. I fucking lost my shit.
You had
I
to
was
go to
like,
rehab?
fuck no. I was not going. Fuck no. I was like, I'm not going. I can do this on my own. Like, I can stop on my own, and that's exactly what the fuck I did. Locked myself in a room.
Teach me the ways. Oh, that's what you're
Going
doing.
cold
listen,
turkey is hard.
You have to
And it's dangerous too.
For one, like you said, you have to
Yeah,
realize.
for a lot of drugs,
You
it
gotta
is, yeah.
realize
That's
you
why
have a
Biden did that
problem.
shit,
For
too.
one, I was forced to stop, but like I said, I got caught. So you have to realize you have a problem, right? You have to really be mentally strong to prepare yourself for what's going to happen when you're stopping or when you're going to stop. Because your body is going to go through all different types of changes. Just
Yeah,
like
I'm
we
already
talked about on
shocked.
the mental health episode.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how you see it in the movies, that's exactly how that shit felt. I was in my room 7 days, barely ate, pulling my hair out, throwing up. I thought I was about to die. Like, literally thought I was about shaking, banging my head on the wall. Like, literally exactly how you see on the movies, the people who be tripping out, that's exactly how that
I still
shit
got
is.
a tick to this day,
And
man.
depending on how, you know, how much you take and how long you've been doing them is how worse the effects are going to be on your body. So, like I said, you got to mentally prepare yourself for what your body is going to go through, what your mind is going to go through. You just got to stick with it. You got to stay strong, because if you stop and then you go back to it, you just going on the pattern all over again.
Facts. Oh,
It's
definitely. I'ma
hard.
try.
It's some hard. That was probably the hardest shit I probably I've ever went through in my fucking life. I didn't had close people die. I didn't been in fucking painful situations physically,
Facts.
but that
Facts.
that shit really it. And now once I stopped, it's like your mind is just so much clearer. I was so mad at myself for even letting myself do that for so many years. Like, then I had to really actually face my problems, because when you're doing drugs, if you're not doing it socially, you're doing it for other reasons.
Facts.
So you have to beat those physical demons, and you really have to fight the real demons that's going on inside of your head. That's also the hard part too. But once I got past all that, I became so much stronger mentally. I basically
That's
was
all right, man.
forced to deal with my childhood trauma, all the trauma that I went through in my life. And once I did that, it's just like black and white, night and day. Like, and it's just been clear ever since I got on the right path, got my shit together.
That's all right.
You know, like
So
Love
you
to
were
hear.
doing
That's
it to
alright.
escape your reality more so than
I was going through a
recreational?
lot. I was going through a lot
That makes
mentally at the time. So yeah, that was my little
Getaway.
escape. Because you know, once you take a perk, especially, you don't give a fuck about
I
what's
only
going
had
on.
perk when I sprained my ankle, and it used to make me sick. So I just
You had
was
to eat.
on-
Probably had to eat it with food.
I
You
would
take a-
eat food
for
but
real?
I would
Oh,
still
yeah.
get really sick from taking a perk, so I just never just got into it. Like a lot of girls who had surgery that I work with, they do perks, and I was like, I don't see how y'all can take that shit. I be getting sick. They like, oh, you just gotta eat. No, I ate with it and still got sick. So it's more so like, I don't know, maybe my body like, bitch, this is some other shit.
Now, what you doing to us?
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? What is going on here?
Nah, for real.
Bitch, I don't like this.
That shit foreign, man. It's foreign shit that we not supposed to be putting into our bodies, but
Oh my
niggas
God.
like trying shit, you know.
I used to be trying shit, but I went cold turkey 5 years ago. I haven't
That's
taken
good shit, man. That's good shit.
I haven't taken a Molly or E-pill, and no, actually, it's been 7 years because I haven't
Good job.
Love to
taken
hear,
one.
man.
That's
Good
all
job.
right,
Love to hear,
Slim.
man.
That's
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
been a minute.
That's good shit.
Speaking of
Like-
drugs, let's get into the
Well, say,
reasons. The
speaking of-
reasons why people do drugs.
Come on.
She already said it.
Or why? No, she ain't say
It's an escape, man.
it's an escape
It's an escape.
to
You know what I'm
you.
saying? Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, what like?
What you escaping though?
What I was escaping was a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get into my specific personal issues, but it be personal stuff that you're going through that you want to get away from.
Like home.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real
Yeah.
shit. So it's like you want to get away from that shit. You want to, if you got something going on in your house, if you got somebody that's just like overbearing, that's controlling you, you want to get away from certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to. It's if you got something going on at work. You know what I'm saying? I used to do edibles like when I was about to leave work. Like an hour before I left work, I had a schedule and all that shit. Like you had like it's to level yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Like people do it for a whole bunch of reasons. You would have to ask that specific person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always
A plethora of reasons.
Yeah,
I mean,
plethora of reasons,
it's a
man.
plethora of
No,
reasons, but
it's not.
That's a plethora of reasons,
No,
but
I'm saying it doesn't come from.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't come from.
I'm just
the home.
saying.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying.
Can I
It
say
doesn't.
I'm just
It
hold up.
doesn't.
I'm just saying because you wasn't
It
there, so
doesn't.
you don't know. So you just listen and find out. So
Okay.
what I'm saying
Speak
is
your truth.
What I'm saying is
Round.
to me, a lot of drug abuse and drug addictions stem from the home.
False.
From the home.
You
Can
are
I
really
say something?
misinformed.
I am
False.
not misinformed.
Can I speak on this?
Go ahead, Shamari.
Okay, because I only feel like it comes from the home where you haven't healed from that stuff. Like when you haven't healed from that past hurt, then some people might resort to drugs because they don't have a good coping mechanism. So they'll go to other extremes to get to like rid themselves. Like I went through a lot as a kid. Like I was molested at 5 and I was raped. I've been womanized, like all that, like like it's a lot of shit that happened to me that I didn't go to drugs to escape. I've always lived my life where I can't hold on to the hurt that people give me, because if I hold on to that, I'm going to be a bitter person. I can't be a bitter person.
Say
like,
that shit, y'all.
Or
I
you gonna be
can't
high
do
as
that.
shit.
Like I've been through so much. If I hold on to that hurt that they caused me, I would never be happy. I would never smile because I've been through a lot, like from a kid all the way up to an adult. So it's like I never felt like, oh, I gotta, like do drugs to like get it out of my mind. Because I, like, to be honest, I still think about being molested. I still think about being raped. But I still don't feel like I need to drink to do it, because when I drink or smoke, if I was already thinking about it, it's going to make me think about it more. So
it's
I'd
not
rather
an
not
escape for
do
you.
it.
Drugs is
It's not an
for you.
escape. So for some people, it's an escape.
For her,
For
it's
some
not- it's not an
people,
escape for her.
And for some people, it's mostly recreational. Like, you just like that
It's
high.
a different view for everybody.
This is the only way I will agree with what you said, TJ, because it may not come from the home, but it comes from your home, like yourself. You are your home. Like me personally, my experience was outside sources. It wasn't my household, and it wasn't because I had a very nice, normal childhood. That didn't make me do what I did. I was getting stabbed in the back by friends, people that I love, people that were close to me, which did something to me as a person. And that was outside. That didn't have nothing to do with my home, but it had everything to do with me.
I couldn't say that shit
You
better.
Y'all think y'all about
What's
to just
your
try to
rebuttal?
spank me, huh?
I think
Cause
she
you're
spanked the shit
wrong.
out.
Didn't try now.
Spank the shit out this
I'm not saying that most
I ain't
people.
even had to do it. I was prepared.
I'm not saying
That was
no.
either
Either way it
listen
go,
though,
I was
listen
right.
though,
Because
listen.
home is where the heart is.
In a sense, TJ is right, but that's for certain people.
Right. That's what
But
I was gonna say.
drugs
Like,
are
I'm
mainly
not
a
saying that that's
recreational
never.
Either way it go, I'm right. Home is where the heart
Because
is.
let me tell y'all
Get on my
something.
fucking
When I was in
nerves.
Now
school,
you trying.
when
Now
I
you
was
trying
in
to
junior high
change
school,
what
we
you
read this
meant.
book
We
called
know what you meant.
we read
Home.
this book
I said
called
home.
Fly Girl, and they was
That
did-
used
did-
to be
did y'all-
my shit.
Did y'all read the book Fly Girl in school? Yeah. So
You know about that
Can't
book,
relate.
but don't know
When I
about no
read
damn
that
Can't
book-
relate.
drugs.
I'm not.
First of all,
okay,
mind
so
your business. I love
it was an
reading.
English
I did too.
project. They made us I went to Hine Junior High School.
You went to Hines?
Yes.
Ugh.
I went to Hines from
You went to
7th to 9th
Eastern?
grade. No, we moved from there by the time I graduated.
Oh,
So
boo.
y'all went to
fuck?
Hine, and we was undefeated. The Hine Panthers. Stop playing so much.
Girl.
Anyway, so
Ugh.
when we was in junior high school, when I was in junior high school, I read Tears of a Tiger. Well, we read Tears of a Tiger, and then we read Fly Girl. Tears of a Tiger was mainly like trying to raise awareness from teens drinking and driving and shit like
Euphoria.
that. And and then you had Fly Girl, which was more so like the causes of girls being sneaky with their parents and shit like that.
I need to read that because I got
And
daughters.
Tracy
That's my shit.
had a boyfriend, and
sense.
one time she was saying something about she went to a party or a rave, and her boyfriend was on an E-pill, and he like OD'd in a party from an E-pill. I don't think he died, but he OD'd off of it. And when I read the book, I was like, oh, I'm never going to do E-pills. Like, fuck no. And for years, even when I first started dancing, I didn't do E-pills, period, until I started dancing. And I was like, fuck, I need a way to stay up. And then my friend was like, I got something for you. And then she threw a pill in my mouth, and I was like, oh,
But
bitch,
that's how
it's
mostly,
lit.
like when kids are doing drugs, it happens in high school.
I'm really surprised that that was a part of y'all curriculum.
It was.
But that was dope for you to have like an insight.
We read Diary of
on
the
it.
Wimpy Kid. Wimpy.
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 That shit was out when you was, you
Or
graduated.
Oliver.
So,
Oliver
I
Twist.
read Monster and shit like
Man,
that.
fuck you.
I don't know if everybody watches it,
I
but
read
if
Charlotte
y'all
Swin.
don't, y'all really need to watch. If y'all want my HBO Max login, I will give it to you.
Already got one. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
To
Girl, I
watch
got
Euphoria.
HBO
Use my
Max,
sister
Stars.
I
and
watch
my-
that shit.
Is
Listen, let me tell y'all
a
something.
show. I don't care what the people are saying on the internet, but the
Euphoria
show
actually
is
alright.
definitely a show that focuses mainly on drug
They
awareness.
just show too much wee wee.
Yeah.
I basically
Show
have
those two.
Drug
cable
awareness.
because I have
Way
Sling,
too much wee-wee
HBO Max,
for me.
Stars, Disney Plus, Hulu.
The show is based
Peacock.
around Zendaya. Zendaya is the main
I
character.
got everything.
I got Peacock
Zendaya
too.
is the main character,
need
but
none of
all
that
of the
shit.
people are in high school, and all of the it's like 5 people who are like incorporated mainly in the plot.
This
But
one white bitch, they be lit. I don't
I've
know her
watched
name,
it, but I
she
can't
fucked
really
somebody's
relate to
boyfriend
the
or
show
something.
because
She fucked
in
somebody's
school
boyfriend.
that
we
bitch
were
started
doing
crying.
we were
Rue-
doing
Rue put her
weed.
ass on blast
Yeah.
too.
When we were in,
I mean, they smell
like
like
if you,
weed in there.
I don't know what
But-
y'all
Yeah.
high school experience was, but my high school experience, all we did was the hardest drug we did was weed. So them doing
That's good
pills
for you,
and
baby.
shit like that.
I didn't
Like,
even
it's
experience
really
weed until
only-
I was an adult.
It's really only
I
it's
was
really
drinking
only the
Budweiser
main
in
character
elementary
who
school.
does
My
the
first
most
time
drugs.
smoking, I was 15, and I had
My first time
fucking,
doing
I had
Ecstasy
some
was
loud
15,
pack.
nigga.
I had some loud pack, y'all, and I had an argument
Yeah,
with
man.
myself.
I
I
hung
was
around some
like,
wild niggas.
I had a whole argument with myself, like, no, bitch, you shut up. I'm thinking I'm talking to somebody else, but I was like, what the fuck type weed he
I
sells?
used to do that shit off edibles, John. That's why I stopped doing it. I used to be in the house talking to myself while I was cleaning up.
I love
shit wild as
edibles.
shit.
Edibles feel like Molly.
I used, to
don't-
record, I used to have audio recordings of myself talking
You
to
don't
myself.
need edibles for that shit.
Edibles is like
don't.
Molly
I'm already
except
wild.
without the OD risk.
Nigga do not need no damn edibles to talk
I
to.
used to be
the damn
tripping,
self.
bro. Like that's why. That's
Speaking
really
of
why,
edibles,
that's really why I slowed down. But
Oh,
I
he
did
ain't
want to.
here
I
today.
did want to touch on. I did want to
no,
touch on
I was talking. Oh yeah, speaking of edibles,
the
hey
plug.
dark skin,
The plug.
where you going?
I did want to touch on the aspect of people ODing because I've been through both. I've been through both where somebody OD'd and they still lived, and then I've been through where somebody OD'd and they died, and that shit like that's why. I'm glad we having this discussion, but it's just like that shit, that shit sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like we try to keep it general. One of my friends OD'd in their house. Like niggas was doing cocaine, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen a lot of shit. Everybody had left though. You know what I'm saying? Like we was having a party, all that shit. So it was like 10 people there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night, it was just like 2 or 3 people there. And one of my friends real life OD'd and like was eyes in the back of their head, like tongue right here, shit was wild. So you know what I'm saying? Like having to put somebody in a tub full of ice, or having to cause you know that cold shock bring you out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and imagine trying to do that shit while you fried.
What if your water don't get cold?
Nah.
What if you don't have enough ice?
Nah, no funny shit. Like that shit was wild as shit because like we had to turn the shower on to the cold water. We was just throwing ice in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Like get this motherfucker, like wake this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Like and threw him in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like to this day, like we be talking about that shit, and it's just like having to go through an experience like that just opens your eyes to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I didn't want. That's another reason why I stopped because
after they was good, nigga. I ain't gonna throw him in the bed right
I
now.
didn't want to put my
after
family.
you wake up and we talking to you, you coherent. I'm like, all right, now you get up and we gonna walk you through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't want to put my family through that.
He's still alive. I did good, nigga.
I knew if on the path that I was going, if I would have
Yeah,
kept doing
man.
what the fuck I was doing, that's exactly how I
That's
would have
why
ended up.
I feel the
And
same
every
way, man.
time I was like, going through my withdrawals, that's all I was thinking in my head. My mom's reaction to seeing me on the floor like that, eyes in the back of my head, foaming at the mouth, shaking,
That's a
having to
scary
see.
sight,
Like
man.
I did
That's a
not want
scary
her to
sight.
see that. Like that's so
Shaky.
that kind of.
He's shaking.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main reason why I haven't relapsed, especially with all the whole fentanyl shit going on. You never know
That's
what
the
you
real
get
reason I stopped for real.
nowadays because
Fentanyl and everything.
it'll be just my luck. I go pop a E-pill or Molly and it's fentanyl and
Because the
it'll
niggas
be
niggas that sell
everything.
drugs nowadays is cheap.
Is it fentanyl?
So you gonna cut
or
your shit down to the
fentanyl?
fentanyl.
Is it fentanyl or fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
She said fentanyl.
I said fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, it's fentanyl,
Don't
fentanyl.
fucking come for me, bitch, because I will cut you the fuck up.
Ooh,
I will cut you
Ooh,
down.
shit.
Do it.
You dressed like a tree over
He
there.
did let it
anyway.
slide. He did good. He did let it slide.
No stink. I'm dressed like a bush. Okay.
Oh, what?
But yeah, nah, niggas, that's
Yeah.
something else that we need that
bushel.
needs to be talked about more. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody trying to. I mean, I understand making your money and all this other shit, but niggas are real cheap now. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that's going around now is cheap as shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm an OG with drugs and shit like that, but the shit I used to take was clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the shit now, like, niggas is cutting all this shit with fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? It's like
even weed.
Yeah, and I don't like that's not fair to your buyer. That's not fair to anybody that's taking that shit.
Trash, it's just
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit bush. You don't gotta add no seasoning to that shit. That shit bush. That shit mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, but niggas always want their money. Niggas always try and get that extra dollar, and it's like you don't got.
Let me tell y'all something. Camera, okay? Y'all sure have because I got a lot to say. We've been gone for what, 3 weeks?
I'm telling y'all.
I don't give a fuck if I got mid. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to get high off whatever, okay?
I smoke a little more.
At the end of the day, we came from smoking weed. We came from smoking mid. So why the fuck I'm going to, like, downplay you because you got mid? All right, I'm going to just have to roll a few more J's than I usually do. Like, at the end of the day, like, fuck
niggas
it.
Trying to get their money.
It
Stop
I
that
just
cheap shit, man.
Get
Stop
high.
that cheap
like,
shit, man.
Don't add no fent to my shit. I don't got time because my mother going to come for you. And it ain't going to be pretty. And she coming with her shit. Just so you know.
Well,
and I gave her the password to my phone.
Y'all heard about Apple doing that shit, yo?
Apple selling fentanyl?
Nah, Apple
That'll
got
be some bomb
Apple selling some
ass
shit up
shit.
now, like where you can
Pause.
give them the right to give your family access to your phone if you dial or anything like that. And I want you to know right now, I'm gonna say no.
I'm
You
gonna
know
say no
what?
too.
I'm just gonna say, don't go in them hitting videos, baby.
I got an app for that. Don't worry about it.
You
Oh,
know
what's the
what?
app? Send it to me.
I'll tell you off camera.
You know
Yeah.
what?
My mother don't even know how to get in my phone.
I ain't did this in 2 months, but you know what? Speaking of you heard of shit,
Don't fucking blow me.
y'all heard of Joe Biden with these crack pipes.
Yeah, man.
Since we hearing this shit.
It's a
you know
lot
what
deeper
I'm
than
saying?
that though. Just the crack
I
pipes.
think it is a lot
Media
deeper
just tries
because
to push one thing on.
I'm just trying to understand though. Like I know it's a,
What,
it's
they
a
COVID
deeper
crack pipes?
meaning.
What is it?
It's more than crack pipes, but it's so.
So it is a
Yeah,
program.
thank you, Marcy.
It's a program that he's implementing to be able to survey like the drug usage. So it's not an increase in infection with people that are using different, I guess, crack pipes or syringes and things of that nature. This isn't something that is new. This has been something that has been done in plenty of other countries.
Yes, thank you.
And what they've noticed is that a lot of people that have these addictions and with these like I guess programs in place, a lot of people stop with it. So they end up ending whatever addiction they have because some people just feel like, well, we're in this routine, so we're able to get out of it now. Because there are an increase in. I have family members who have dealt with drug addictions, and so people using dirty syringes and things of that nature, that's something that they want to stop. It's something that they want to be mindful
crack
of.
pipe.
It
It's
spreads
not
disease
going
and
into your
shit.
body.
But still, people, you can get herpes and shit like that too. So it's not just about like HIV and AIDS. It's other different ways.
The
that
way
you can still
herpes
get
work,
away.
though, like, not to negate what you're saying, the way herpes work is for you to really be able to transmit it for real is for you to have an outbreak.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Because, I mean, you can spread it without
It's
having
less
an outbreak,
likely.
but it's less
You're
likely.
less likely to spread it if you don't have an outbreak. But if you
Right.
do, you can definitely spread that
but
shit
that's
to
what I'm
somebody.
saying. Like, it's I'm not saying, like, you know, you can't spread it if you don't have one. But I'm just saying, like, that's just stupid as shit. It's
Mhm.
basically you promoting crack.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so we
Y'all-
should all
like, if you
keep
gonna promote
on doing
crack, promote opioids and fucking give out, you know, free pills and fucking go ahead and go get some free
And that-
syringes to motherfucking let them niggas shoot up.
I feel like it can go either way. It can be really helpful and it can help people save their lives, or it can start like the second war on drugs. And this is something else like that we haven't even experienced at this
I
time.
feel like it's mainly like he's like, yeah, I support you niggers who's selling the crack.
But that's a different story
Don't
at
fucking
this
piss
point
me off.
because this is the government having sanction over drugs and what should be used and the money that's going to come from it, because nobody else can sell it, but it's okay for us to be able to give it out and help out in these
Right.
situations.
Speaking of conspiracies, the
Indeed,
government is who
indeed.
put the drugs in our neighborhoods anyway.
Oh, we
That's
know
facts.
that.
That's facts. And then
You know.
speaking of what you talking about, I just find it crazy that I just find it crazy that they're letting people sell weed in fucking dispensaries and shit, but all these niggas are still locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these niggas locked up for selling weed, but you letting these white people, you letting these people that have business licenses and shit like that sell weed. It's just a lot of shit. I think that's the issue with, because I know, I mean, I hate that the media tried to just make it about crack pipes, like, because they wanted black people to get mad. That's basically all it was. You know what I'm saying? Just promote that. He's giving crack pipes to everybody. You know
He's
what I'm
giving
saying?
crack
Like,
pipes.
yeah, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
Like,
even
it's
that
not
he's
even
just
that.
giving crack pipes to everybody, but he could have been selective in how he did it. This is literally Black History Month. So as opposed to you saying this is money going towards certain programs to help the black community, this is something that you want to do right now, right here in this space. Like, and that's wild as fuck, honestly. It's like a slap in the face. Like, certain things happen because people need the black vote, and I'm going to say that.
Always,
and it's
man.
just wild as fuck. Like, you have to be
I ain't seen
mindful
Kamala
of
since.
timing when it comes to certain things, and that's not it. Like, there has always been a war on drugs for decades and decades and decades, but you just have to be mindful with whatever position that you have, like, moving forward.
Joe Biden doesn't care about black people.
Serenity.
Say it again. And neither do
Serenity.
Kamala, yo.
Serenity.
Neither do Kamala.
What do you want to say to President Biden?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
He wasn't supposed to say that.
baby? Take me out to dinner.
He wasn't.
Why are you on my side?
Why are you rubbing your nipples?
He wasn't supposed to say that
Give me
part,
that
bro.
sleepy dick, Joe. What the fuck? You know, he take a nap anywhere.
Trump said that Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Hey, Mo. Well, y'all.
Now, wait a
I
minute.
want to say, okay, I want to
Shake
say
it.
to Joe Biden to send the
Shake it.
motherfucking stimulus checks because bitches got to pay their motherfucking rent.
That's
And
the
it
same
goes
dollars.
good with the taxes, too. So, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
too
that's
much.
all.
Yeah,
I need
them
a perk.
stimulus checks was good. Hey, bitch, I was like, hey.
Shit was clutch, man.
I need
The
that.
Yeah,
bitch was
alright
at
with me.
Charlestown
Yeah.
every time.
Charlestown.
All y'all to
Don't
Just-
use your stimulus checks to buy drugs.
that
I
and
used it to gamble.
to sum it up, kids. This my camera. To sum it up, kids.
Dare.
If you're gonna do drugs, be responsible.
Please, man. Please.
We not your daddies and your mothers. We know you're gonna be out
You
there
gonna do
trying
'em.
shit. Just be responsible and know what the fuck you doing. Don't be smoking J's you ain't see get break down and rolled up, Charlie. You don't know what the fuck is
Facts.
in that J.
That's how I almost
Because
did
then
angel
you'll be
dust.
smoking woodies.
Yeah, the motherfucking weed ain't supposed to be grayish
Or look like
or
look like a
tannish.
crayon.
I thought a
yeah,
Woody was a white
that
girl
shit
with a
ain't supposed to
booty.
be doing that.
No, woodies is when they used to put cocaine in weed.
I thought
Yeah.
a Woody was a white girl.
They used to
with a
call it
booty.
Christmas trees
those are
too. Well, that
pogs.
was crack
Those
too.
are
that was
pogs.
crack.
Y'all, I'm old as
That's
shit.
white girls.
Shawty is a Woody.
If you're gonna use, don't abuse.
There
There
you
we
go,
go, man.
A
Charlie.
white girl with a
There you
booty.
go, Charlie. If you go and hit a jack, you know what I'm saying?
Please,
Jacks
man.
are white. The
Ma-
tips are white.
Yeah.
Make sure it's dry.
Make sure it's
please,
dry.
man.
Or you gonna take a trip.
Yeah, I got a story
And
for
not
that
down
too.
memory
Definitely
lane.
going on that W4.
Back down memory lane.
You gonna be where's Serenity went to junior high school at?
You gonna end up at
Definitely gonna be down
Anacostia
Easter
Station,
Market.
baby.
Right down there.
I
With
remember when Hines was beefing with Sasha Bruce.
you old
Not
as
Sasha
shit.
Bruce.
I'm old as shit.
Sasha Bruce was that.
Bro, we could not walk down there, but you had to walk down there in
The
groups, so
faking
you
on
was gonna
y'all.
get jumped.
Hey, y'all.
Like, I'm trying to
Hey,
say.
we used
I'm
to-
old as shit.
we
like,
used to
I'm
be beefing with
32,
Gal, you
so
dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
God, dog.
No, when we lived on K Street, we lived next door to you know, some deaf people.
I'm
So,
not even.
Yeah, we
You
used
know,
to be at
like
the,
they will
be
be
at the
playing
gate.
music. So what I did learn is that, you know, deaf people they
It's vibrations.
listen to music through the vibrations. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I never
Tight
knew
as
that.
shit. Yeah, that's tight as shit.
Cause my friend, her mother was deaf,
I
and
don't
we used
know
to
where this
skip
about to
school over
go.
her house, over her house, because her mother was deaf. So her mother, like, you know, leave out, and then if her mother come in, we'd hide until her mother go in the room, and then we'll leave out.
Cause she couldn't hear y'all.
She
But
couldn't hear us.
she can hear the vibrations though. That like.
No, we got to tiptoeing.
Who in my house?
Marble floors.
Emo.
Just like that, we gonna
Well,
have to edit that
I don't
part
want to
out.
say
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all seen that video when it was like giving a deaf girl head.
Hey, I posted that shit, yeah. I posted that shit.
I want to clarify
I
something.
posted
Your
that
mom
shit.
probably be ugly as shit when you
So
deaf.
let me clarify
can't
something
hear
real quick. I do want to say that
Oh,
with the Biden program, like while they're laughing, let them get it out. So it's supposed to be a harm reduction program to stop with the transmission of different diseases. So it's not just him saying we're going to give out crack pipes, but
Thank you,
funding
man.
money to help with supplies and equipment to stop with the transmission of certain diseases and things of that nature. I just want us to be on the right
think
page.
it's-
Yeah.
So
Biden
giving
wasn't just giving niggas crack pipes. Let that be known, man. I don't think it's ass backwards.
It's
man.
not, because in a lot of countries it has helped out with so
Yeah,
many.
it's cut it
so
down
many
a
Our
lot.
people,
country
and it
is a
has-
little different though.
and that's why we fucked up.
A lot of people has also come from other countries, so.
That too. That too.
Us.
Yeah. Say it one more time.
You got to think. You say
She
it's
was
different in
talking.
other countries, but you have to think how other countries are ran and their government versus ours, the U.S.
Yeah.
government. Who do you think is more janky? You know
Definitely
what their
us.
goal is.
Definitely.
A lot of
know
people
what
don't
they're
know.
Oh yeah,
that. A lot of
Russia.
people don't research that shit.
Russia.
Don't say that too
And
loud.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Hey,
Europe
Europe
is
is
a
a
y'all
concept.
better watch
Huh?
your name, y'all say.
Telling you, we're gonna be
Like,
banned
yeah,
in
let's,
16
again.
other
let's,
countries.
let's give them drugs. And
We already
let's
banned in
use
Russia.
the money from that to help people who are on drugs.
We
What-
literally already banned in Russia.
It's little. It's. We just. It can be pipes. It can be syringes.
Needles, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Only
all
thing
that
you
shit.
can probably transmit through crack pipes is probably HPV and herpes.
Damn.
But it can still be transmitted.
still
That's the
something
point.
that-
That's the point.
yeah.
It's whether it's
And you
They
have
need
think
to
people who
focus
do
on-
hard
Okay,
drugs
all
like
of
that
them,
lose
you cannot
teeth
say
and their
that.
teeth are probably bleeding and it's probably on the crack
I'm
pipe.
telling you,
and
man.
that person was
Gingivitis is a
smoking.
hell of a fucking disease too, and people don't want to talk about it.
Gingivitis.
That shit be crazy,
We gotta grow the fuck up one
and
day.
it can be harmful too.
We gotta grow the fuck up one day.
No
too.
Quavo.
Is the liquor store still open?
Oh
What time
dear
is it?
God.
Yeah, it's only 9:45. It's open.
We can talk about liquor.
Ah, y'all. This is allegedly my favorite part of the podcast.
I was about to say.
We listening.
So, I'm a former opioid addict who's been clean for 2 years. I'm so grateful for my family and the support they've provided to me along my journey of healing. As of lately, I've been having a hard time with my partner because he seems to be overprotective of me at all times. While I understand it's starting to become overbearing because he's treating me so fragile. I don't know how to bring it up without hurting his feelings in the process. I'm grateful for all he's done for me so far. I just need some room to breathe and live my life. How do I address it while showing him that I'm still grateful for all that he's done?
So she's struggling with her addiction or trying not to
No,
relapse.
she isn't trying to relapse, but she feels that they are overbearing her because they feel like she's so fragile because of her addiction. Like she's still vulnerable to that.
Let me tell you something. Anybody, I don't give if anybody is making you feel a type of way and it's leading you to want to do other things or it's going to be a negative outcome from that, you have to get rid of everybody. When I was with my ex, after I was still with him when I was going through my withdrawals, and maybe like 6 months after, this nigga was still selling perks and pulled out a big ass Ziploc bag filled to the top of my favorite perks.
What's his
I
number?
left that nigga.
What's his number?
My favorite was the pink tins. But anywho, yeah. So I knew from that day he didn't give a fuck, and I knew that he was going to be detrimental to
Anything pink.
my journey of trying to stay clean. Left that nigga that same week because you have to get rid of those people, even though it may hurt their feelings. Who cares?
Yeah, you
Who
got
cares?
you gotta do what you gotta do for
If
you.
they're treating her like she's so fragile, oh my God, no, maybe this is my journey. I'm gonna make my decisions, and anybody who's gonna make me feel a certain type of way about that, you gotta go.
Hey, anybody that's not supporting you, supporting you in your journey, you need to get the fuck rid of them. Like,
I don't
just
think
let them go.
I haven't had a drug addiction, but I will say that you can't be coddled during that process because I know that it can be overbearing, and like you said, it can lead to forms of relapse or you trying something else or new or trying something different or new, whatever. So it's hard.
And addictions aren't just like limited to drugs.
Yeah, I know.
So it can be any fucking thing. You
Mhm.
treat it all the same.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to donuts. I'm bringing the smoke. The fuck is
Will,
that for?
any more last words?
Oh dear goodness.
I like chips.
Nah, I definitely agree with what Jay was saying. Like anybody that is in the way of your progress, you have to, even though it might hurt, even though it might be hard to get rid of those type of people, and you don't even have to get rid of them for forever, but you have to, whatever helps you get to your point where you're good without these drugs, you have to get rid of all these people. She has to it's a woman, right? It was a woman, right? Yes. Okay. She has to just talk to her partner, communicate, just let them know that I appreciate what you're doing for me, but it's not helping me. You know what I'm saying? So she has to be able to tell him that in the best way possible. And that goes on her too. You have to be able to articulate that shit as best as possible too, and just communicate with him and make sure y'all have a good line of communication so that you guys both know that like he can ease up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to, even though he want to make sure you good, like this shit ain't helping. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody that you with. So it's like I got to see you every day, nigga. So it's like you gotta help me help myself. So it's like she has to be able to talk to him and let him know that it's not helping her, how whatever the fuck you doing.
I feel the same way because when it comes to an addiction, you have to move at your own pace.
Facts.
And someone trying to force you to move at their pace isn't going to do anything but cause a relapse at most. Because, say for instance, like right now, I'm going on a 60-day binge of not going to the casino. So if I got somebody who, if I decide I want to go, like after it's only been a week, and you like, oh, see, you're not supposed to do this, or you said you wasn't going to do this. All right, motherfucker, I don't need you in my motherfucking ear. Like, maybe I'm saying I'm going to go, but maybe I'm going to change my mind. But at the same time, you got to do it at your own pace. Like, nobody can make you do it more. Like, more than what the fuck you can actually give yourself. Or whatever that means.
I do want to say that one of my biggest pet peeves is telling people how they're supposed to feel or act in any situation. You cannot tell anybody what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to experience things or anything of that nature. While you might have like their best interests at heart, they're still the person that's going through it. So you just have to be mindful and respect their space, because that's the only way for them to get through it.
What my pet peeve is you having that short haircut and looking all good.
Then come eat me up then, girl.
All right, y'all.
Tempt me. Don't tempt me.
All right, y'all. So, Earl.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. It was
It
was a little bumpy.
Man, I miss y'all, Charles. That's all I want to say, man. I really
HPV.
miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. It's been
So annoying.
Oh yeah.
We made it through though. We got the right medication.
Yeah, man.
We got
I don't know if this episode harmed me or helped me, but
it did what it was supposed to for us.
it did what it was supposed to do.
This episode was not a DARE episode.
I'm telling you, look.
Definitely wasn't.
This was not a don't do drugs segment. This was a how
Yeah,
we
we
do drugs. This is how we do it.
But we tried to make
not
sure
for children.
We
I
did try
think
to
you
make
did
sure.
some drugs.
Hey.
Yeah, I did
But,
try. We did try to make sure that everybody knows.
Go ahead, bro. What you got?
Real quick, before we end, just want to shout out Cultivate Design Firm
Yes, sir.
for designing our logo.
Yes, sir.
Our new logo, y'all know what I'm saying? So shout out my man Reggie. Shout out Cultivate Design Firm, man. You know what I'm saying? That's big ups to y'all, man. We
I need
appreciate
a
y'all.
shirt.
Yeah, man, that's just sweet.
That's all right, Charlie.
I need a rug, nigga.
Earl, you got any last words, man, before we close out, Charlie?
I don't know, man. I just missed y'all, man. Happy
Yeah,
to be here,
man.
bro.
Same token, Charlie. Serenity, Lady Marcy, Big Trap, y'all got any last things to say before we roll out?
I'm
You don't need to say shit else.
What the fuck did I do? Murdered you.
Are you serious?
I just want to say.
You
I
know,
fucking missed y'all
I
so
just want
much,
to say.
man.
I don't need no help. I don't need no help.
You do need
I
help.
just want to say.
You need all the help.
What did I do today?
I missed y'all, man.
I don't even know what I did. All I'm just saying is, listen. Always keep it 100 with the people that you love.
Come on now, Red Run.
Now we at the end of Ron's
keep
house.
it 100. Listen, let me
Serenity's
tell y'all
house.
something.
She in the
Keep it 100
tub.
with the people you love. And
Hold
to the
the
ladies
candle.
who got a little fishy odor, all that,
What?
boric acid pills can help you, honey. Boric acid supplements, because I smelled a couple of you bitches at the strip clubs this weekend. So listen,
Oh, hey, yeah.
huh?
fucking miss
No,
you
if your
guys, man.
pussy going, you need a bigger dick. Okay?
Don't forget this episode has been brought to you by Lavish Productions. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Ryan. Can we end this shit now, please?
Hold on, I
All
got
right,
one
listen.
more plug.
But before, go ahead, Lady Boss.
If you have any drug addiction that you are trying to treat or need help with, there is a hotline that you can call if you feel like you're not ready for the hotline.
And we gonna post it.
Any of us are available. Our DMs are open. This is a safe space. Well, anybody except for TJ.
Except for TJ,
Y'all can
please.
talk to me.
Me
You can
as
talk to
well.
me.
But the number is 1-800.
You can talk to me about perks.
662-4357.
Perks.
Man, that's all.
You can talk to me about perkies and food.
I'm not Jody, so don't come talk to me about shit.
I can't stand y'all.
Oh, y'all, we got to end it. So, man, we actually did good, but before we go, man, I just must say I definitely missed all y'all.
Yes, sir, man.
Even though behind scenes we see each other, but in this setting, man, this feels like home.
Yeah.
This feels like,
Because that's where the heart is.
according to TJ, you know what I'm saying?
And Jade.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Big Trap, right?
Yeah,
Big Trap.
yeah.
Big Trap. But yeah, man, this definitely feels like home, Charlie. I definitely love each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all is definitely fuck podcast family, man. Y'all just family, period. And first things first, last things last. I love everybody on this cast.
And we going
TJ.
to hashtag
Oh,
the
and
Shakes
always
Ass.
always
God,
imitated,
Courtney.
never duplicated.
Yeah,
You bitches can
yeah.
sit
Oh
right
my
here
God.
and copy us. You copycats. Round. We the real.
Yeah.
TJ.
Love, yeah.
Oh, you already said your shit. Oh, we out. Bye.